peers and colleagues for standing with us today. Social change takes great courage, often from very ordinary people like myself. And I'm grateful to be working with each and every one of you. My name is Austin Zamhuri. I'm the Executive Director of the Texas Cannabis Collective. We're a 501c4 nonprofit in the state of Texas, serving the public by providing relevant cannabis news, engaging in grassroots advocacy, and collaborating on community integration events. This right here kind of covers all three of those, I think. But behind the title in our organization, I'm a proud Dentonite. I attended elementary school at Hodge Elementary, then Strickland Middle School, and I graduated from the great Billy Ryan High School. I've grown up with Jazz Fest, the North Texas State Fair and Rodeo, and Christmas tree lightings on the square. I love Brave Combo, Bowling for Soup, and the Wee Beasties. And I'm extremely pleased to help take action in the beautiful town I grew up in. Cannabis has a long history in Denton. Ask anyone about the Zebra's Head on Fry Street. And now it sits in a unique position by joining other Texas cities in decriminalizing misdemeanor marijuana possession through a local ballot initiative. Year after year, when many states are legalizing whole plant cannabis, granting pardons for past cannabis crimes, and expunging records, Texas continues to lead the country in marijuana possession arrests. In 2020, Texas arrested more than 24,000 people, over 95% for simple possession alone. Session after session, the state legislature has failed to pass simple penalties reduction for marijuana possession, even with supermajority votes in the Texas House, even with the support of Governor Greg Abbott. It has forced advocates to act locally to spur reform. When our campaign is successful, and I stress is successful, Dentonites will have the opportunity to vote on this issue and choose their own fate. To be clear, we're not here to legalize marijuana. That must be done at the state legislature. We are here to stop the bleeding from over a century of marijuana prohibition in Texas and the decades of damaging collateral consequences it has created. We need your support now more than ever, Denton, Texas. It is 2022, and it's time to decriminalize. Thank you. I'd like to introduce from the University of North Texas Students for Sensible Drug Policy, Jeanette McKenzie.
It's criminalized, and you're not allowed to have it.
Thank you, sir.
And that's where we are, and that's where we do. And I'm sorry, but this is Texas. And since you sit here and you want to try to decriminalize the possession plant that grows in the ground, I really appreciate you. However, it's not legalized.
I understand. Thank you, sir. We're having a press conference. Go ahead.
Oh, press conference yourself out the way.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Hi, y'all.
Hi.
My name's Jeanette. I'm from the University of North Texas. I'm with Students for Sensible Drug Policy, which is an international grassroots organization. It's the largest global youth-led grassroots organization dedicated to ending the war on drugs. It was founded in 1998, and it has the intention of replacing the war on drugs with policies rooted in evidence, compassion, and human rights. We bring young people of all political and ideological orientations together to have honest conversations about drugs and drug policy.
I love it.
We aim to create change by providing a platform where members collaborate, communicate, share resources with, and coach each other to generate policy change and deliver honest drug education and promote harm reduction. Our chapter here at UNT was formed in 2017 by our former president, Tristan Cycle, who, after graduating with his master's in anthropology, helped form Decriminalize Denton, who we now are partnering with for this ballot initiative. We're absolutely thrilled and honored to be partnering with them in this campaign and to be here with y'all today. Thank you for this amazing turnout. This ballot initiative is a great step forward in what we call sensible drug policy. You've heard from everybody today how this has affected countless lives, how it's harmed people. Most of you probably know at least one person who the war on drugs has directly affected, who cannabis criminalization has directly affected. It may have even affected some of you in the crowd. I know it's affected my life quite a bit. whether it's through harmed reputations and loss of opportunities from having a criminal record, through financial hardship due to costs of bonds, of court fees, of probation, of lawyers, and all the other things that go into that. And whether it's through a medical disadvantage, through a lack of legal access to a substance that has been shown by plenty of research to be an effective treatment for many illnesses and disorders, and that's with only limited research. You know, there's a lot more research that is going to be coming, and I can't wait to see personally the changes that will make in our community. And all this harm is occurring currently while in other parts of the US, cannabis is perfectly legal, and many people are making huge profits, while other people are still serving life sentences here in Texas and in many other places in the US. While only the Texas legislature can fully legalize cannabis, decriminalization will protect our citizens from unnecessary search and seizure and ensure that our tax dollars aren't being wasted on sending people to jail over something that they do in their free time that is both non-violent and non-disruptive. We're so incredibly thankful to have all of our partnering organizations here with us today who have helped to get this initiative up and running. Ground Game Texas has been instrumental in helping us iron out all the legal details and making sure we have a great system for the verification of signatures and know the entire process. Decriminalization Denton did an incredible job with the writing of this initiative and attempting first to pass it with a city ordinance and then continuing to push forward as that